Welcome back, everyone, to Total Nonstop Impact Talk for Impact fans right here on the YouTube and the Twitch and wherever you get your podcast audio worldwide. Oh, my goodness. Alicia, hold that cup up again, would you? We are going to talk about some news that totally is in reference to that cup. It's no, I'm not calling Impact Wrestling a shit show. Please.
No, we're the shit show.
I'm not. It's just there is some news that literally is some breaking news that we literally just
we need a jingle before we break this news, J-Bo.
Right to it.
We're gonna jump
breaking
right in.
News.
Jump right into it. We're not burying the lead.
Jiminy Christmas.
And now, for the first time ever, real breaking news with J-Bo! J-Bo tells about this breaking news! Right now!
Searching for my fake wrestling news.
Oh, damn it, Russo. It's not fake wrestling news. All right. So I was literally just quick. I wasn't even checking social media. Because usually I try to promote the show on social media. I didn't even do that because I'm a horrible host. I quick went to the Impact News page just to make sure I'm catching up on everything, make sure I didn't miss anything. Lo and behold, breaking news. Mickie James unable to compete at Sacrifice. I'll quick read this. Due to an injury, Mickie James will be unable to compete in her scheduled Knockouts World title defense against Jordynne Grace at Sacrifice. We will provide an update and address the Knockouts World title situation tomorrow night at Sacrifice. So, very interesting. Nothing specific there. So, like anyone else is going to say, well, we don't know if this is legit. We don't know if this is storyline. Mickie James had a hell of a rough night tonight on Impact Wrestling.
Sure enough.
Bill, you were there. You made it home in a hurry. What do you got to say about this situation?
J-Bo, I'm caught off guard by it. I'm not sure. Obviously, we know Mickie had a tough evening. And is this storyline? Is it some kind of angle? Because I don't think, to my knowledge, Mickie is wrestling anywhere other than Impact Wrestling currently. So I don't know if there's anything that's happened that we don't know about, but it's wrestling. Just like baseball today, spring training, the Phillies first baseman goes down for the year with a torn ACL. And you could be at the gym. You could be doing anything and go down. You could be sitting in a chair, J-Bone, and go down. You never know. Anything can happen. So I don't know. Hopefully, whatever injury there is, it's an easy recovery. It's something that won't take her down for long. But obviously, they're going to have to address the world title match. And based on the actions tonight, obviously, we know Jordynne Grace was fighting for it, but does Masha play a part? Well, what's going to happen? And are we going to get comments from Mickie? I don't know if she was already up there. I don't know if she was in Windsor already or if she had yet to travel, if she's not going to be making the trip. A lot of unknowns now, J-Bone.
I know there were some people already up there doing some promotional work. I don't remember who was in the post that I saw. They were at a local, I want to say school somewhere, doing some press.
Normally Mickie does a lot of the press, so it wouldn't shock me, but I don't know for sure. But a lot of times they might go out like that week or so beforehand, then go back home and then come back out again.
Yeah. I don't know. I absolutely, I love our chat. I absolutely love our chat. There's like a billion and one things going on in the chat. Bell's boy, my God. What's in your coffee tonight? It says Mickie signed with WWE, confirmed. all capital letters. Courtney replying, Mickey's not going to the WWE. I love our chat, dude. I love Oh my goodness. Mickie to AEW confirmed. Stop it, Bells boy. Just stop.
Well, isn't WrestleMania weekend coming up soon? Maybe something went a little
that's right
skew,
around the
and just to be
corner.
on the safe side, they decided to hold off, and because she's got a match on that card as well, correct?
Yeah, she's on the Multiverse show as well. So there's a lot of things. So that hasn't been addressed, obviously, and that's only a few days after. So
Yeah, it is. I mean,
So it's all speculation, obviously, other than what they've announced. So
yeah, let's see what happens tomorrow night. Now, sadly, I'm not going to be around. I have to close tomorrow night. Bill, you're going to be there, but you said once you go back to the hotel, motel,
yeah, as long
whatever.
as
Holiday Inn.
everything works with the hotel, the plan will be to do the stream. So I'm not sure who else will be available tomorrow night, but depending on who might be available, since the Bone Man's going to be working on that grind to make that paper, I'm going to be possibly recruiting some of you. Truck, I'm looking at you because I'll need a good Canadian lad to be part of a show from Canada, return from Canada. So,
well, is
whoever's
Truck
available, let me know.
Truck lives in Canada. Doesn't he live like
He does.
right next door to where this is going?
Well, not really. I think he's a little
No?
more west, but
He lives in a little town called, what is it, Moose Jaw, I want to say?
I love Moose Jaw.
Moose
That's a
Jaw.
good name. But it's a great name.
That sounds like something out of a movie. I just, it's like, is that even real? It is a real town. That is a real town.
Yes, Truck is a real person.
Truck is a real
He lives in a real place, in a real country.
A real
All
country
real.
called Canada, lives in a house. He has a lovely wife.
They make bread.
They make bread, and they go to raves at least 3 times a year and paint those. There, never mind. We won't.
I gotta ask them if they've ever done Burning Man.
They don't want
Raves. Well, Burning Man. You've never heard of Burning Man?
That's not my. I don't know what that is.
It originally started out as like a bunch of artists collecting in the desert to have like a festival where wherever you bring in, you bring out, so no trace is left behind to, maintain conservation and all that stuff. But everybody creates all this crazy art in the desert for like a matter of 3 to 5 days. And then at the end of the festival, they burn this giant wooden man.
Like the Wicker Man?
Now it's like a rich person, like you're rich and you go and you do a bunch of drugs, but the drugs were always there apparently, but it's like it was originally an artist thing, and it was supposed to be like a release of ego and all that kind of stuff, real deep.
Okay. Sounds pretty rad. I'll try to fit that into my schedule. Go to the next one.
Yeah, I don't want to go to the desert.
I don't live near any desert, so no, I don't think I'll be there. Anyways, back to the show. So
oh yeah.
It's like, what are they talking about? You know what? I don't even know. So
You asked.
blame her. I'm kidding.
We got to.
It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me.
So yeah, no Mickie James. We don't even know if she's gonna be there. We don't even know if it's a storyline or if it's legit. Usually, if it's legit, they say, "Oh, so and so broke, so whatever," But who knows? Yeah, really, Keith, Mickie James to XPW. Obviously not. If she can't even, obviously not if she can't even take a spear from Jordan Grace, my goodness. Although Jordan Grace is looking unusually jacked lately.
Well, she's
she is
about to
amazing.
do her first competition.
Oh,
I
is she?
believe that's in the next, like pretty soon, like within the next couple weeks, like maybe
My
next 2 weeks or so.
That's awesome.
So, all right.
What other news since we're here?
We have tremendous news. If you're looking at the show live, if you're listening audio, we're going to hear it anyways. But if you're looking down in the corner of the background here, Motor City Machine Guns both just re-signed with Impact Wrestling. That is amazing news. We are lucky as fans, and Impact is lucky as a company to be re-signing such grizzled young veterans, if you will, to this company that we love so much. I mean, 20 plus years in the biz, my God, amazing. What do you guys think?
I think that is great because honestly, I was under the impression that Shelley wasn't even under really a contract. Like he was more like just like a handshake deal with Impact for the most part. So that he's possibly I think Sabin was, but hey, that one of the best tag teams in company history. So I'm
one of
all
the best tag teams in the world right now.
Oh yeah, GCW tag team champions.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, like they won it in Jersey a few weeks ago. So as long as they didn't lose it the last couple of weeks.
Well, I'm out of the GCW loop, so sorry.
But they could have. They run so often, I may have missed it.
Yeah. It's tremendous news. That's great. We always love to see when people resign. So thanks for sticking with the company we love.
Oh, there's Critical Sting. He's confirming what I thought here. He wasn't under contract. Shelley said it's his first contract he signed in 5 years.
Oh, so Sabin resigns and Shelley signs.
Yes.
There you go.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
But that's cool because I know he kind of wanted his freedom. And obviously he also, with his shoot job, I think that was one of the reasons he never really committed. But
understandable.
That's fantastic news.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, in fact, speaking of GCW, I didn't see the show, but I saw pictures online. Masha Slamovich is their world champion now.
Yeah,
Correct.
I did see that.
Correct.
She beat Nick Gage.
Yeah.
So
tremendous win.
What's that?
Did either of you see that show? I don't even know where it was.
I just saw clips
it was in New
online.
York. It was in New York, but it was on St. Patty's Day last Friday. So thought about it, but going up to New York on St. Patrick's Day didn't sound like the best idea. Like that's going up there for like New Year's. Probably not the best idea.
Right.
It's going to be chaos.
Yeah. Consider you don't even have to be Irish to celebrate. It's crazy. Everybody
just wear green.
Just turns into, hey, I'm Irish, and I mean, I've never done anything like that in my life. I'm full of it. Let's see. Any other news that you guys have heard? Let me just quick jump on the old news page again.
We did have the announcement for the Multiverse show because we know Will Ospreay, speaking of injuries, is injured.
Yeah.
We found out who is replacing Will Ospreay against Mike Bailey, and it's Tanahashi. Go Ace!
The Ace, Tanahashi. I talked a little bit about that during the live reaction. There were some people like Mayor in the chat that said they've never even seen Tanahashi wrestle, and so I talked about it a little bit.
Yeah, you had to watch more of like the new, like when they went out to LA, a lunch of Impact guys, but it was a New Japan show, the one I went to. Like he was on that, but to be under more, I know it's both companies, but it's really an Impact show. So to have him obviously featured heavily, as I know Okada's gotten big over the years, but Tanahashi's really what reestablished New Japan on the map, as like he was their star. He was their number one guy. There's a reason they did him versus Okada so many times over the years.
He's their John Cena. That's the best way I can describe it.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh yeah, it definitely is. He's definitely their John Cena.
If that gives you a clue, Alicia, like how big of a name he is in Japan and how well respected and loved he is. Yeah, I mean,
Duly noted.
You're not going to see him come out versus Speedball Mike Bailey and do this. You're not going to see that. Just so
you will see air.
I didn't think so. Yeah. I understood the standing of John Cena, not literally Japanese John Cena.
Not the gimmick, right?
and Critical Sting's right. It's pretty much the best hair in the business. Although there is debate in certain circles that there could be a contender.
Jiminy Christmas. Oh, you're too kind there, Bill. We're skipping generations there.
I think you're missing Trent's picture.
Yeah, there's somebody in the middle there. You mean this picture?
Disco fever, disco fever, disco fever. Yeah.
Look at the fucking volume on that thing. Jesus.
But then there's always the Pastamania too.
I almost got rid of it the other day, and I couldn't bring myself to do it.
Come on, you can't ever say goodbye to Pastamania.
I can't.
It was an era, a bygone era.
It was big.
But the best hair.
I'd like to say we started a trend with that one, but
and T Hughes, I've already been going through all social media, J-Bone, as we started the show. And I know a lot of hot takes out there right now regarding the Mickie James situation.
Ooh,
and they have a lot to be what T Hughes is saying. They think this is an on angle with that Monet Banks or Mercedes Monet or whatever her name is. The formerly known as Sasha Banks.
Oh.
To set up a rebellion match.
See, now I thought that would be like something like that would be happening at next weekend.
See, I don't think so, because I think they want a bigger draw for one of the companies. Remember, it's already a sold out show. You don't need to give that match away. You can tease that match, but you don't need to give that match at that show. Remember, it's going to get lost in the sauce.
No, I'm not saying for the match to happen. I'm saying because Mercedes Monet is going to be there that weekend.
She will. So
she can
but
come
this
out,
could all be the long angle going on right now.
Because if it happens, it's going to happen at Rebellion.
Possibly.
We shall see.
The challenge has to be made, and Santino Marella has to come out with what, like Mercedes says, a big old bag of money. And he'll say, "There you go. Here's your money. You come to Rebellion and face our women's champion, no matter who it is."
Well, see, that's the other thing. If I wanted to get into my thinking here, you get an injury angle. You can take the belt off of Mickie without losing. And then you could have her have that match for a title, possibly not win it, but not lose the Impact title in the process and have a Kenny Omega situation. If you want to do title v title, I don't think they want to go down that road again, but could be a little convenient timing.
Well, yeah, that's a loaded situation there. I mean, Sasha loves wrestling. As much as I've heard her talk about how much she loves wrestling and the brand and what it means to her to like defend the belt all over the world and different places. I don't know if we would be lucky enough to get her on several dates of TV in Impact Wrestling.
I agree. I think it would be a one-off or very short, maybe a match leading into a pay-per-view type thing.
Yeah. But I don't want to assume. I can't. I always preach, don't assume. I can't assume that either. So
Yeah,
we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
But until we hear the comments from Mickie tomorrow, it's just gonna when you don't address it, you just get all the woodwork's gonna be going out in the next 24 hours on what could be happening. So rampant speculation. Stay tuned.
Just give her some pasta. She'll be fine.
Everybody needs some pasta.
Rub some pasta.
Mickie, we're wishing Mickie the best regardless, because I got 2 words for you, J-Bo.
Hardcore country.
I'm not gonna say it.
Oh wait, we got a super sticker from Bell's Boy. Evening, gang.
Evening.
Weather
Top
report for
morning.
Bill. Rain coming back Tuesday till Thursday. Partly sunny, but unseasonably cool next weekend. Hope your knee is fine, Father J-Bone. Hi, Miss Alicia. And Jordan ran into Goldberg in Atlanta, the free agent known as Bill Goldberg.
Oh.
It's Mrs.
Oh, yes, it is Miss.
With the MRS.
I was just reading. I was doing my Ron Burgundy, reading whatever somebody puts in there. Because if you give us a tip, I'll say whatever you say. And so will the coach.
Impact Wrestling!
Thank you, Coach. We hope you're well. Yes, Mrs. To all you gentlemen out there. Thank you, Bell's Boy. Thank you. Yeah, someone, Brandon was saying something about that too. Something about Jordan and Goldberg or something. Yes. So of course that obviously when something like that happens in social media, of course, the next thing to assume is Goldberg being a free agent. And because Scott D'Amore is the president, hey, he's going to be calling up his old friend Bill Goldberg. Maybe not. No, I highly doubt. I mean, could he go somewhere else? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not too worried about it. But I'll never knock Goldberg, because how he looks at his age right now, and I'm creeping up to that age. Man, I wish I looked half that good. That's all I'm going to say.
Hooey. I wish I looked that good. Holy shit.
Hey, wait, Atlanta? Going back to Atlanta in June.
Who?
Wait, does that mean we're getting WCW again?
We come back to Philly. Sorry, I really want
Philadelphia
the big
right now,
go.
not in the cards, sadly.
East Coast, anywhere. Come on, bro.
Right.
I have to go with a little Toronto, or that's not.
Oh, maybe not that far. Like in middle East Coast. Like if you're in the tri-state area, for sure, I'll be there.
There you go.
Totally.
Now, of course, we'll talk more about this once we hear that point in the review. But we also saw the farewell, if you will, to one Taya Valkyrie.
We did.
Was going to be. I had a feeling it was going to happen on this episode. Had no clue how they were going to do it. I gotta say, I was very sports entertained. I was happy by it. Oh, Bill, did you purchase something for that's a lovely postcard?
Well, that's back from the one of the early
look away.
Oh,
I still have my sweatshirt. Yes.
Yeah, I have my shirt in there.
I love mine. It's so comfy.
That is great. She's got some great stuff. I love.
And J-Bone, since I know you love tie-dye, there you go. Screenshot that for later. You can learn how to keep it clean.
How to keep. Thank you. Just in case I order some someday. Hopefully, she gets another line soon. That'd be great to see. So yeah, we'll get into the details of that later. Last but certainly not least on the news agenda, anyone out there order the Impact Wrestling action figures? I have not pulled the trigger yet. It's on my to-do list. It's at a pretty high price point.
I still gotta get the Death Doll stuffies.
I did not, but I have not, to be fair, gotten a wrestling action figure probably since I randomly bought I think it was like a 5-pack of like the non-posable early TNA ones, just because it was like, oh, TNA was like Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe and stuff. Yeah. But I actually have not. I did get obviously to support the coach and Don West. I got some micro brawlers, but action figures, I haven't really delved in there in quite some time.
I got
my heyday was probably the Hasbro WWF and the what was it, WCW, were they Galoob at the time? So it's been a while since I've done action figures, but maybe I'll get a Moose.
There you go. I know some people are complaining because they have not actually shown the actual figures yet.
Just the drawings.
Yeah, it's they're showing the multicolored molds. They've shown those. One thing I do, I do think they'll look okay because I've seen the MLW figs, and the same company is making those. Those are at the same price point, so I was kind of thinking they'd be, because those are $45 too, and it's like,
yeah, if you go limited runs like that, they're not going to be cheap. Same thing when they've done some that zombie Sailor was doing the first Dino Bravo figure ever, and I'm like, oh man, I'd like to get me a Dino Bravo figure. Yeah. But then I was like, ooh, that price point scared me away.
Yeah, those are what, 50 each, 45, 50 each. Yeah. So yeah, I'll probably get them just because I do love my action figures, as you can see in the background. But
you don't say.
It's yeah.
I never would have guessed.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, just by my surroundings, who would have guessed? But yeah, we'll get them one of these days. And yes, that means once I do get them, there will be an unboxing on this channel.
Ooh.
Oh.
What's in the box?
Well, if that's it as far as news, perhaps we should roll on into the review.
Oh, I thought Alicia was going to say she had some breaking news.
Before we roll into that, I do want to say in regards to the Taya situation, she did post a really nice post on Instagram thanking Impact, and it's like a montage of memories over her time there. And awesome. Pretty much it's not goodbye, it's see you later.
Yeah.
Which from her segment on the show tonight, you'll see it's very open-ended. Which, it's not like Allie or someone else where it was very much very final.
Yeah,
they did not kill her.
Yeah. No, they just
they didn't
took her to Disneyland.
Right.
Oh, and the cap off the news, J-Bone, just to stir the pot on our way out the door. Let's just address CM Punk will not be coming to Impact Wrestling.
Oh, I was going to bring up one other free agent thing. And no, it doesn't have to do with CM Punk. I saw some of that conversation in our own TNI chat. Everyone in the chat hates CM Punk except for me.
You are such a tattletale. You're such a snitch. I just can't. Oh.
And what do snitches get?
Stitches. No cake.
No, please don't wish stitches on me. I don't want anything involving stitches.
fair,
Yeah,
fair enough.
thank you. Bell's point. Yeah, yes, I was going to bring that up. That's exactly what I was going to dive into. It did come out that Trinity Fatu, the formerly known as Naomi of WWE, is no longer with the WWE. She has confirmed that. I didn't see where she confirmed it. Probably on someone's social media, replying to someone. She said no, she's not with them anymore. So I'll just
I heard
go
that a
ahead.
while ago.
Oh, did you? Okay, because
I couldn't tell you where, but I feel like this is old news. She just kind of confirmed what was already being said. Maybe a dirt sheet. I don't know.
Yeah, and well, there was a lot of people hoping that she was going to come back out of the two between Mercedes Moné and
Because she got screwed.
well, yeah, and
Anyway.
One thing Mercedes did say about that situation is like everybody's reported on it. No one knows the truth as far as exactly what happened to Naomi and her. And she said someday that truth will come out and you'll hear it from Mercedes and or possibly who's that? That's
confirmation that Mickie hit the border, it appears, with our buddy Basil. So
Basil,
it looks like she may be in the country. So maybe she'll be addressing maybe even the audience, who knows, tomorrow night. So you got to tune in.
All right. So yeah, tune in tomorrow night at Sacrifice. The Knockouts champ may give us a sign of things to come. So no, Trinity Fatu to Impact not confirmed. No, I'm not going to sit here and say that. No. So
be cool if she did, though.
Yeah, honestly, it would be. It would be. So, all right, let's jump into tonight's the Impact Wrestling. So, and as I do this, you folks know what to do. Smash that like button, smash that sub button, excuse me. Ring that bell for notifications. Please ignore the horny cat in the background. Jiminy Christmas. Yes, it's that time again. Oreo's going.
You gotta get that cat fixed, bro.
I know.
Every week. The cat is talking.
It's every other week.
So much.
just happens to be right smack dab in the middle of the week. And it's that freaking time. I know. Wonderful. She was quiet. She was quiet all night too. She just knows when I'm live. It's like son of a gun.
Yes.
I did not see the Kevin Knight Trey Miguel match on BTI. I don't know if either of you saw it. It is on my to-do list.
I may have seen it elsewhere.
You may have been there. Any comment on it? I mean, I'd like to assume I know who won that one, but
no, it definitely it was a good match. I get more impressed by Kevin Knight every time I see him. It's just you can see the potential he has, and obviously we know Trey is excellent. But I think Kevin Knight, he's one of those ones like 2 years from now, you're gonna be like, oh, that guy's like a star right now somewhere. But definitely check it out.
There you go.
Always good reason to see BTI.
Yeah. Courtney says,
plus you got Mean Gia on commentary.
Oh yeah, that's something she's been doing lately. Is that she's been sitting next to Hannafin for those. Yeah. That's nice. Yeah. Courtney says if she could only afford to watch Sacrifice, hey, it's only not even $5 a month. $5 a month, and you're getting all the Impact episode plus the monthly specials. Not the pay-per-views, but hey, I'm just saying.
Not a bad deal. Not a bad
No,
deal.
It's not a bad deal at all. I mean, it's a steal of the business, honestly. All right, so we start out here. Oh, and I did not see the Iceman intel, but Mayor did say something about Macklin was seen near Josh Alexander's car, something to that effect. So
Well-
they're starting to plant the seeds about there's something fishy going on.
Okay. Well, you just want to be in that car with Eddie Edwards. PCO would not be happy. J-Bone, I'm still looking at you.
God knows. Oh, no.
I know we think it was Kenny King, but
I was not in the desert looking for a mother cruncher, as some people think I was. It had nothing to do with, dude, I haven't been to Checkers in well over 30 years.
For good reason.
still on the lam.
I haven't been in Milwaukee in many
Good reason.
Stop.
Hey, I know how to be discreet, You're the one who's giving away all the trade secrets, my man.
Oh yeah, but well, he did give it away. He gave it away on an After Dark when lots of things were being given away on After Dark at the time.
Right. All right.
Yay.
So we start out here with a tag match. We got Time Machine, KUSHIDA, and Motor City Machine Guns, recently re-signed Motor City Machine Guns, versus the Design, Diener, Khan, and Angels, with Callihan at ringside. I can't say like I've ever seen Callihan so, what's the word I want to say? Like uncomfortable just standing at ringside. It's like that's not the place for Callihan.
For him.
You know what I mean?
Definitely an unusual role for him.
It was great to see him like jumping at the end and take one on the chin, literally, for his team. But what did you guys think of this opening match?
Bill.
Well, I agree. Sami was definitely not at ease at ringside. Let's just say he was no Sonny Sanders at ringside. But so it was, you can see the story. There's a story being told here. You had them kind of screw him over because of the thing with Khan, but then he can't help out here, but he takes one for the team. So, but Time Machine, obviously, I was worried after that first time they were together, it was going to be just a one-off. Like they were at that tapings, they did the Time Machine, they made a shirt, and then it was like
Chicago.
Yeah, but then it was like, were they ever going to do this again? Because then he wasn't on the next set of tapings. But they came around, and now there is more of that grouping there, and obviously heading into the Multiverse show, and obviously with these tapings, because there is a New Japan influence during Sacrifice and into the taping set. So we're definitely getting some storylines out of this. But I think we all have a feeling on where the end of the Design story is with Sami. But Impact, every time I think I know what I like right now, it seems like we're watching just a slow moving car crash right now. J-Bone, I know you're all about this, but
Interesting way to put it.
It's going to be one where, like, Sami's going to turn. Like, this is just long revenge on the Design, but maybe it's not. Maybe that will be the whole thing in the end. Like, if it goes on long enough, eventually everybody turns, except for 5%.
Nothing lasts forever.
Yeah, but if it's 2 years go by and he turns, that's a whole different story. If there's not a turn by the end of this year, I can say we were all wrong on that turn. If he winds up being part of the Design beyond this.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, I kind of feel like this was just like a filler match leading up to it, but it's not, because there is, a big chunk of storyline involving the design. It's just obviously not anywhere near what's going on with the time machine right now. It just happens to be 2 teams of 3 here. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It definitely given Time Machine a warm up to tomorrow night.
Tell you what, though, if Sami is turning, the seeds are there. Like,
oh yeah,
especially it looks really good for him to take a kick for a team that keeps kicking him down. You know what I mean? So it's just I don't know. Everything builds up to it hurting so much more when it happens. I don't know.
He didn't. Yeah, he didn't have to. He could have just sat and just
watched like he was supposed to.
Yeah. So
good match nonetheless. I for a second was almost like I don't know who's going to win this. So I always like when that happens, and great way to kick off the show.
Right. Go ahead, Rocky. Where are you going?
Your business.
All up in my business.
All up in your business. I've got a kitty here, but you can't see her.
Uh-oh.
She's in her beddy.
Ah, gotcha. Oh, well, he's just going to sit right on my notes. Thank you so much, Rocky. All right, you know what? Normally
he's helping.
Yeah, of course.
Him's helping.
It's like, look at my notes.
Look at my notes.
Can't you see them through him?
He is not very John Cena-esque. We'll see. All right. So next we've got a promo from the Coven. I'm loving this. Yes, the review has started. Bell's boy, smart ass. It started ages ago. I'm loving what the Coven is doing here. They look great with the titles. And Kylan King she just blends right in perfectly, in my professional podcasting opinion, with Taylor Wilde. I feel like they really, like sometimes you see someone jump in with someone else and, oh, they're a team now. And then you look at them like, I don't know. No, I dig this. You got the veteran, you got the, you got the up and comer, and it's a great combo.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah, like when they first put them together, like I said, Kylan King did that round in Florida, but it was only on BTI. But when she came and kind of the connection with Taylor Wilde at first, it's like, is that going to work? But it's working. It's actually working pretty darn well. And that Kylan King's actually someone that I heard a little bit about, like maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, and then just started seeing pretty much that 6 months before, like live in person. But pretty impressive. Obviously has kind of done a ton on the indies like this last year or so. So really kind of going the Masha route in a lot of ways, the Impact, where became a fixture, like taking a lot of indie titles, top of the card stuff, and then kind of seamlessly getting into, but like a good way to debut someone. You only can have so many just do like, oh, I'm going to run through the gamut on an undefeated streak.
Wash fest.
Yeah, like we've seen that before. You can't do that all the time, even though like Kylan's like an intimidating knockout. I think part of a tag team, even though it was a hot shot tag team, but hey, we've seen hot shot tag teams in Impact before, especially with these revived knockouts tag titles. They moved around. Hot potato, very much so. But I said it last when they won the titles. I'm just thrilled that Taylor, the OG knockout tag title holder, is once again holding the title. So that's great to see, and it'll be interesting to see because obviously Canadian, but they're obviously coming off more as a heel team to see what that can like. Are we going to get? If they're Canadian, is the crowd going to go total face reaction no matter what? And how will they get heat if they try to get heat? So it's going to be an interesting thing.
That'll be all right.
Yeah, interesting.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, and I've said this once, I've said it a million times. 99% of the time when Impact brings in a veteran, they got their stuff together and they do tremendous work. Taylor Wilde is a great example of that. She is in tremendous shape and she's showing I mean, she has grown. Like I know she was popular back when she was in TNA's first run, when she first became the champion against, what was it, Awesome Kong? Or whatever.
Well, that was
Critical.
oh yeah, Taylor Wilde. Yeah, she was doing all kinds of stuff back then. But yeah, she definitely did because that's right in that same era with Gail Kim and everything.
Right. So, but she's showing such a different side and charisma well beyond what she was doing back then. So it's just so great to see her grow, even more with this company and this next run of hers.
And it's great to get another super sticker from Bell's Boy here. My non-professional, non-podcasting opinion, retire the Knockouts tag titles. There are really no teams beginning Knockouts mid-card singles title instead. Now, it's a valid comment to make because we know we've seen a handful of teams, but you could also say that about the males division over the last couple of years. Right now it's stacked, so we're not talking about it. But times when like the North were around and maybe the Rascals, there really wasn't much else.
Mhm.
Tag team wrestling, unless you devote, once again, 1 2-hour show and BTI, digital media match occasionally, you don't have a lot of time to focus a ton on everything at once. But would a additional knockout singles title make more sense? Could that get easier when you have less people fighting over it? Potentially, yes. I'm not going to say that's not a non-valid point. It is. But remember, we do have the X title. They haven't teased it for a while, but there was a 2-year gap where they were teasing a female winning that title. And obviously we had a knockout win the world title. So that's in play. But I think and once again, we're getting into a touchy area in wrestling where we're talking intergender now. And it seems like at times Impact really embraces it, but then at times they don't. So yeah, so right now it doesn't feel like this is an embracing time of that. Could they bring it back? Obviously, we just were talking about Masha winning the GCW title.
Yeah.
I'd like to see at least the X division maybe get more intergender if you want to entertain that. And that could obviously get a lot more. Like that would also be the mid-card title for the knockouts.
Mhm.
So I think that's your easy answer without getting rid of it because there's lineage to the knockouts tag titles and still give it time. But it's not an easy thing to do. It'd be great to have another hour of TV. That would make a lot of these much easier.
Yeah, in some ways, yeah. Yeah. And the knockouts division is always changing. We're always, some are going, some are coming, some are going. So we'll see what this next chapter gives us. But for now, I'm digging the Coven, and we'll see what happens.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Coven. I'm sorry.
and you know what? Anna's not wrong here. They've been treating the digital media as intergender. They do. And
Yes.
honestly, that is the title they do. But once again, it's not on TV as much. Initially, and it feels like when they do the intergender stuff, it's not usually TV matches. It's non-TV matches.
Yeah.
So, but they definitely could lean into, like I said, I think it's just they're not leaning into it right now, but they could again.
Yeah. So, all right. Next, we got Shira and Champagne Singh cutting a promo here. Champagne talking about he's just rolling in the money now. Just rolling in the money. Seems like he's willing to give out some money too. I don't quite get that, but hey, I'm not going to turn away money. So, hey, if he wants to jump in the chat, start dishing out some money,
Yeah, okay.
champagne, we're right here. You know?
Champagne and caviar.
Is it Odark? Because he's also owes my money?
Yes.
Mhm.
He's definitely going to owe zero money for standing by him all these years. Let's see. Then we got Eddie Edwards and Kenny King cutting a promo on how Kenny King is going to face PCO at Sacrifice. Apparently, Kenny King he's ready. He's feeling like PCO. He pretty banged up from that.
You're saying a hit and run?
That accident? Oh, that was no accident.
He said he's going to put his dead ass on ice.
Ooh.
Those are
Fighting
fighting
words.
words where I come from.
Well, I mean, that makes sense. They're going to be all the way up there, hey, in Canada. So certainly different climate change from being in the desert. So it makes sense. Good verbiage there. Good verbiage. We'll
sure.
see. We'll see.
Wow, J-Bone, you might be off the hook.
Oh,
They were telling me it was me.
couple
weeks
Harry says
ago.
I was the one who ran over PCO. It sounds like a strange thing to just throw that out there. Zach Bonner, for you shush there. You shush.
You got to be deep into Patreon, bro.
I'm gonna be in a lot of trouble. Let's see. Then we got Deonna Purrazzo versus Savannah Evans. Deonna Purrazzo really
Had her hands full, huh?
literally. I mean, she's not putting herself in a good position here before her match tomorrow night versus Gisele Shaw. And apparently Rocky is very excited. He just jumped down here. You want to talk about the knockouts?
Do you want to talk about
No, he just wants snuggle time. All right, you got
I know what they would both say. They'd both agree with Deonna.
I am the f***ing greatest.
Oh,
I don't know, man.
I've heard
Savannah knows had her here.
Oh, they're fans of the Cannibal. The Cannibal.
The Cannibal. The Cannibal? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this was not smart of Deonna Purrazzo to take this match, in my opinion.
Yeah, she got the win, bud. She paid
At what
a
cost?
hefty toll. Yeah, that's
Barely.
she's definitely. We know Mickey's injured, but Deonna's definitely a little banged up going into this one.
Yeah.
Is it at all possible that she could be showing up with a friend
Ooh.
at Sacrifice tomorrow?
A friend
little-
from New Jersey.
I don't know, a friend from wherever. She knows a lot of people. She's
Oh, I thought you were talking about
well-traveled.
maybe a specific friend that we
Oh,
haven't seen in a while from Brick City.
I don't know who the fuck. Who's that?
You don't know who's from Brick City, New Jersey?
Listen, buddy. I don't know where everybody's from. I don't know where everybody in the world. Okay,
Oh,
I'll accept that. I just know Deonna's from Hackettstown because we lived in Hackettstown.
If you didn't live there, you're not paying attention.
Yeah, exactly. I only pop for, you're from somewhere I know, okay, that I've heard of. Like, I lived in New Jersey, and I don't know where certain places are.
Oh, yeah.
she's from down the block.
I'm
big
from
state.
up the block. I'm on the border, like way north.
Don't say that around here. That's
Not that north.
There's a strip club around here called On the Border. But anyways,
Oh,
That could be confusing because there's a chain Mexican restaurant also called. On the Border.
yeah. They don't
You're
got no
like-
copyright issues.
Siri,
I'm
please
curious.
take me to
This
On the
is so
Border.
interesting.
I didn't know I was getting legs and eggs tonight. Okay.
It's my wife's and I's anniversary. We'd like to go down the border, please. Oh,
Oh, you're into that.
I didn't know they had a salad bar at the Tita bar. TOS.
Now, right now, if the scumbag was on the show, he started doing the Al Bundy, where? The nudie bar. But no scumbag. No scumbag. I know he loves his married with children.
Yeah, who doesn't? Iconic.
Good stuff.
Oh, I'm gonna hit my head with the spoon.
Don't do that.
It's a big cup, man. I have to like two-hand this thing. It's like a 40.
That's a big cup.
I'm like gonna lose grip.
You can put a lot of soup in there.
You put a lot of coffee in that.
But yeah, good match. Good match. Deonna literally squeaked out a win here. Crucifix Bomb. Very impressive to beat because Savannah that would not be my move of choice to beat Savannah Evans with, but that was impressive as hell.
Yeah.
She got a beat down for her troubles after that. We'll see what happens tomorrow night, but I'm very excited. I'm liking this rise. She's definitely getting a bit of a push. This push for Gisele Shaw. So we'll see how she levels up against Deonna Purrazzo here.
Definitely.
All right, then we got the segments that I think all of us shed a couple tears at.
Oh.
Death Doll segment. Jessica runs off because she's sick of all this
magic talk.
This magic talk, you know. And Ty is trying to keep them away from the magic. Like, hey, we shouldn't be messing with this. And
Remember
Jessica's
what happened last time?
Yeah, not good.
Ixnay on the magic say.
Yeah. Right? Exactly. So Jessica runs off, and Rosemary's so funny. She yells at Ty. She's like, "Give her some mimosas or something. That'll chill her out."
Yeah, that'll do it.
That'll work. Taya's going after her. Jessica's going down a long, dark hallway in the back of wherever they are. Is this still in Vegas?
This was Vegas. Vegas.
Oh, never go down a long, dark hallway in Vegas. You heard about those long, dark hallways. Stuff happens.
And it stays there.
Well, sometimes, yeah. Some stuff you come back with.
Ty is staying in Vegas.
Ty is staying there. Ty stops Jessica because Jessica runs across a coffin.
Ooh. And
Jessica peeks inside the coffin, and there is light coming out. It's like another realm, if you will.
Ooh.
And Taya's like, no, don't go there. You know what happens. Okay.
Some poltergeist ass shit.
Yeah, right. Anna had my thinking in the chat. We want to highlight that, Bill.
Yes.
She says Sue is coming back. That was the first thing I thought too. I was like, oh, who could possibly be in a
coffin?
Yeah,
doesn't make a lot of
not
sense.
Just the coffin is just a doorway. It's not really a coffin. It's more like a doorway. Let's be real here.
Okay, Jan.
But yeah, so hands appear out of the coffin where the light is shining.
Hands?
What's that?
Not the good hands.
No, not those hands. No,
The bad hands. It's just the bad hands.
Evil hands.
Mm-hmm.
Not the
Idle hands.
The what?
Idle hands are the devil's plaything.
I've heard of that.
And also a teen horror comedy from the
Iconic.
early 2000s.
Oh God.
Jessica Alba,
Correct.
Seth Green, and that guy from Mighty Ducks. Fulton.
Folded. You're right. It is Fulton.
Oh, jeez.
That's good idle hands knowledge right there.
So Taya,
Yes, sorry. Continue.
I am.
You have no clue what we're talking about. Jay.
You don't. You've never even seen E.T. Yeah, we know the whole shtick.
I've missed a few things in my life.
Have you seen Rocky?
I've seen all the Rocky movies.
Have you seen all the Rocky movies, J-Bone?
I have not seen Creed 3 though.
Okay.
But I hear.
So, would you even call yourself a Rocky fan? No, I'm kidding.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it. It's new, and it technically is the first non-Stallone movie. But it is
right. Just a carry on of the legacy, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, I love Stallone. I've seen all the Rambo movies too, except for the last one. I saw Rambo 3 in the movie theater.
The last Rambo was actually better than the other more recent Rambo. So
he gets pretty violent in the last few.
Rambo
should have just kept my mouth shut.
Rambo, to be topical, Rambo is a lot like John Wick. If Rambo's not violent, then what's Rambo? What do you want to see? Rambo sweater, J-Bone?
Buddy, John Wick is only violent because they killed his dog.
That's right.
That's reason enough.
Rambo was not treated right.
I've never seen those movies.
John Rambo has a story.
Mayor says J-Bone named his cat after the movie. Sort of. The only reason that Rocky got his name is because he gave Tracy a left hook. And it nearly knocked her over. That's how Rocky got his name. So, isn't John Wick out tomorrow? Yeah, I believe it is.
Well, no, it's out today.
They made a third one? What?
4.
There's John Wick 4 now.
Yeah. I just saw Cocaine Bear, brother. Like, I'm so behind on the movies. I just watched Scream 4, and I didn't even know that was a movie until Scream 5 came out.
Didn't Scream 10 just come out?
Scream
6.
Oh, 6. I'm sorry.
There's too many.
Bonkers knows. Rambo was good.
Rambo was good.
We continue. So yeah.
I'm gonna miss Taya.
Taya gets pulled into the coffin / the I guess we'll call it the undead realm.
Yes.
Yeah. We say farewell to
I do have this one thing that I just thought of. Are they presenting it to us that the undead realm is a separate thing than what Taylor Wilde is working with?
I think it's similar, but it does have a feeling that it could be
different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll find out. We'll find out more.
Similar but different. Similar but different. Similar but different.
We'll see how Rosemary responds to this, because she'll be the one that'll say, "Oh, she'll know exactly what happened to Taya and where she went and how she got there. She knows."
Poor Jess. She didn't know any better. She's just a little baby.
Yeah, she was looking for the Mimosa Club down the block.
Hey, all I know is that if I saw a coffin, I'd be like, "Oh wow, let's open it," just randomly somewhere.
Maybe there's a.
I don't have a good sense of danger, I guess.
Maybe there's an ghost bear in the coffin or something.
Okay. Well, if you know the real story, then you know, yes. The events in the movie are not similar to the true factual events of Sugar Booger Bear.
What are you talking? That wasn't a thing where the Cocaine Bear ran wild and killed a bunch of trees and people. And
We'd like to think that, but no,
I thought it was based on a true story.
because the bear did its like body weight in the Shugs.
Oh, that's pretty impressive.
And it killed him instantly. So,
Or did it?
True story. Imagine.
dot.
Yeah, dot.
All right, let's continue this review.
Once upon a time.
We want to be a movie site, I think, but this is the best we got.
Yeah. Hey, can you guys review? Yeah, this is as good as
Did
it
you
gets.
watch E.T. J-Bone?
What?
Can you watch E.T. J-Bone? That's what they're going to ask if we start a movie club.
We almost have to do like bring back the Patreon, like or something on the Discord to watch ET just for you, J-Bone.
We'll do that.
And we'll call it J-Bone Phones Home.
Why did you say it like that?
It was so weird. I love you, Bill. That was great. All right. Next. All right. So we're halfway through the show. What are we looking at? All right. We're doing great on time. This is great. Bully Ray, Masha Slamovich. By the way, Masha Slamovich still does not like Bully Ray touching her. This is it happened again during the match. I thought it was hilarious. He was like rubbing her shoulders, like, yeah, not like, like super friendly, weird way, but still, it was like. Go ahead, Alicia. You look like you got.
No, I don't have anything to say.
Okay.
I love Masha. That's what I'll say.
Now the funny thing is, I just gotta say, because this past Saturday, I was at the 2300 Arena for Battleground, and Bully Ray was on the show, but he's a face in that promotion. So it's so awkward to have face Bully Ray when I'm so used to heel Bully Ray.
I suppose it depends on who he's facing.
It does. Like he's obviously feuding with Matt Cardona a lot. So that's like kind of the big feud in that promotion is him and Cardona. So Cardona is obviously the fake ECW guy versus the home ECW guy. So he's always going to be face there, but it's just funny because he's such a heel in Impact.
All right.
He's such a heel. Yes, he is.
How was that, by the way? How was Battleground?
That was good. They're putting on entertaining shows. The next one's July 1st.
I got a few episodes to catch up, but I actually started watching some of the Reels episodes. I've got them on my DVR.
Oh, the MLW.
Yeah.
Different.
Well, that's who did Battleground, right?
No. Now you're talking. That was a different show. Battleground is the name of the promotion.
I am so sorry.
You're talking about the Battle Riot, which is the show they have coming up.
Okay.
Their Rumble show, which is coming up.
Gotcha.
In a couple weeks.
Are you going to that one too?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, pretty much. They made Philly. Sadly, like Impact's not been around, but MLW has kind of made Philadelphia their home base lately.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
I'm a fan of anyone coming close that's available, as long as it doesn't interfere with Impact Wrestling.
When you go to that show, you tell your buddy Court that he owes Milwaukee a show.
I think he owes a lot of places a show right now because he's doing New York coming up, but pretty much it's only been Philly. Then it was like Texas before that. They haven't run, like they were supposed to go to Florida at one point. They never did. Milwaukee, they're not touring a ton right now. So
Oh my god.
at some point.
All right. Mickie James Tommy Dreamer versus Bully Ray and Masha Slamovich. This obviously was not a good match to have, especially for Mickie James leading into tomorrow night's title defense against Jordan Grace. Bully Ray and Tommy Dreamer, well, this is just an appetizer to the busted open match happening tomorrow night. But Masha, yeah, she wants to get that title eventually, but this is just, hey, if you can't get the title, just destroy her in the process. You know, she just hates her. I don't know who she hates more. If she hates Mickie James or Bully more.
Mutual.
I don't know how Bully talked her into this, but anyways, what do you guys think of this tag match?
Pretty wild for the most part. I'm drawing a blank, honestly. I like the parts of Masha whenever Masha and Mickie were involved.
I feel like what Masha and Mickie were doing.
I feel like they put in the good work.
No, it's true. It's true. I completely
it's an interesting
agree
way to kind of they angle them together, and obviously that's because Mickie also does the busted open. But I'm sure that the busted open match, Bully, as we saw with Josh Alexander, that Bully Josh match was excellent. So they'll be able to tell a good story there and get that over. But we'll beyond that, because like here's a funny thing. Like I was at that show, and I know they already advertised for July 1st. It's Bully Ray and Matt Cardona in the main event. My balls. Now they announced that match. Oh, well, speaking of J-Bone, should we play a commercial right now?
Yeah.
Oh,
it seems like a natural transition.
We're going to put that, say,
our sponsor.
Speaking of balls.
Let's talk
non-balls.
Let's talk about how you can actually show some love to your nether region and have a little commercial. No, Oreo, you're not jumping in on this one. Behave yourself. You have nothing to do with this. Yeah. Let's
here we go.
Let's have a
I'm here to tell you people about Manscaped. See, when you're a card-carrying member of the Peanut Club, presentation is everything. In my opinion, with a clean shave, you can turn that cocktail frank into bun length. That's right, folks. Kiss your Vienna sausage goodbye and upgrade your grooming habits with Manscaped. And get
because I like scumbags.
I am so sorry. That was Oreo jumping on my keyboard. I am so sorry. That was
TNI as your code for 20% off and free shipping.
That was I'm trying to get this thing off my screen. Thank you so much, Oreo. Jumps on my keyboard, cuts the.
See, we need our Jimmy bite. It said, "That's what I think too," as his cat walks away.
So yeah. This is my reaction to Oreo doing.
Get him out! Get him the hell out!
I love my
definitely
cat,
have
but
the most bites from the coach.
Yes, there was.
So she's literally just running around screaming right now. It's lovely. So yes, thank you. Get your discount. The code is in the description of the video. And hey, there's more than just stuff for your nether regions there. There is beard trimmers now, and there's some great undies. Hey, Alicia likes the undies too.
I like the undies.
She likes the undies. Hey,
I like that the clippers got a flashlight and the nose and ear hair trimmers work. Manscaped, but also for ladies.
It is men and women alike.
Bushwhacked.
Love the brand. All right.
Hey, listen, summer's coming. It's just around the corner after spring.
That's
So you know what that means. It's musty. I'm not even going to finish that thought.
Just get all your areas trimmed
musty
up.
policies. Musty tomato cheese. So you're going to want to dab up with the powder and the spray.
There you go.
Hey, I love the.
Show some love.
Sorry, I'm trying to do this with a straight face, but it's so hard.
Oh, I love the ball spray. It's great stuff. You know?
I'm like a 12-year-old boy. I just giggle every time I hear stuff like balls and manscaped. It's so funny.
No, we love having them as a sponsor. So yeah, get yourself.
Mir, I thought you were ready to fist fight. I misread that.
And free
the Indies and the undies. I'm like, wait, what'd you say about my mother?
Alicia loves the Indies and the undies.
The Indies, as in spelled like Indies wrestling for the people on audio.
Yes.
Not like the islands.
That is
never been.
That is great. All right, so we continue now to Bobby Ray.
Bobby Ray.
Billy.
So
Rue.
Mickie James was in horrible shape at the end of this. Jordynne Grace tried to come down and rescue her.
Backfired.
Yeah, it's just a little. Yeah. Mickie James ended up taking a spear from Jordynne Grace, which, man.
Do you guys get the feeling that Bully Ray was looking at that after scene like who's the bully in The Simpsons who always goes that Nelson?
Oh, the
Nelson.
big yeah.
Nelson.
Okay,
Months.
yeah, just That's what you get.
Masha's just like, my job here is done.
Yeah.
Or whatever she would say in Chinese.
What
No,
the fuck is wrong with you?
Russian, sorry.
Hey,
I get my countries mixed up.
I just think you should just not. You know how sometimes they tell you when you get a thought, sometimes you just let it go.
I don't have that switch. I just.
I can tell.
I know I need to work on that sometimes.
It's okay.
Right. Hi, Tori. All right.
Dragon Storm.
No, it's
review. Rewind it. Talk about it a lot.
Cut it.
Cut it out. All right. Now it starts getting a little
leave your
weird
comments
here. A little weird. Rich Swann. He's talking to Kaz about Josh Alexander, and there's a serious trust issue here. Serious trust issue. Kaz is like, hey, you want to squash this before the show? Just go talk to him. Just go talk to him. You know, that's what we got to do. That's what we do as adults, right? So then he's like, you know what? Yeah, that's a good idea. He hunts him down and he sees Macklin going through Josh Alexander's bag. And Swann busts him and he's like, hey, what the hell are you doing? And Macklin's like, oh, I'm not doing nothing. I'm just in here. I'm just in here.
That's some shady ass shit, bro. You don't go through nobody's stuff.
Right.
I don't care who you think you are.
Especially in the world of professional wrestling.
Even more so.
Right.
Disrespect.
Yeah. This is the champs stuff here. You know, you leave the champs stuff alone, no matter how you're associated with him.
Just don't touch anybody's stuff.
Right. That's how you spread germs.
Yes.
Yeah, don't go in any.
I want my pizzles back.
I've had to bite my tongue on a lot of retorts that I've had to some of these statements from tonight. TOS, that's what I just keep reminding myself. TOS. It's not Wild Wild West on the YouTubes anymore. And you do have to be conscious of what you say. And unfortunately, my sailor potty mouth just doesn't know what to do anymore.
Well, the show hasn't gotten demonetized yet, so.
It was the first time for everything.
We're still here.
You're going to jinx it. Get out of the Van Halen t-shirt before the band breaks up.
Right. So, yeah, there's something going on here. Why is Macklin there? We don't know what's happening here. Then we get the Hendry Dirty Dango versus Moose and Brian Myers. Brian Myers beats Hendry, pins him with the roster cut. So even more deservedly should face him for the DMC.
Although,
does Joe Hendry need to start believing in himself?
He might need
maybe after this one. Honestly, though, I'm a little more concerned with Dirty Dango. I think he's trying way too hard. He's trying to get this gimmick down, and he's like, hey, you guys think I screw up the gimmick once in a while. My goodness. This guy's doing suck it and all sorts of stuff. I thought it was hilarious, though.
He's a gem. He's a natural treasure. I got you. For once.
Got me.
That's the deputy director of authority.
That's deputy director. Dango.
The dirty
Triple
deputy.
D.
Wow, Bill.
Oh, you know it's late. Triple D. I love it.
Let's call him Triple D.
That was pretty good. I never thought of that. That was pretty good. I put that on a freaking t-shirt, Impact. My God. Dango making some weird face. And
if we go back, J-Bo, I'm just going to say this right now. If we go back to the different, like the Johnny Swingers on the Twitch where you can get what are they? The emotes.
Yes.
I think a deputy director Dango, a Triple D, should be the next one. Because in Dango, I trust.
I have. Oh, if you trust him, God help us. Yeah, make sure he's watching your stuff. Yeah,
maybe a combo of him and Santino.
Oh, that'd be perfect. But I was just going to say maybe Josh Alexander should hire Deputy Dango to watch his stuff.
No, well, I'm sure he'll get the tape out and he'll get the scene. He'll make sure to catalog all the evidence.
Yeah. So what did you guys think of this? I thought this was fun. Little bit of ha-ha, but more oof. It was a rough night for Dango and Hendry.
I don't know, man. Mischievous Hendry's got a little bit of karma building up on him, and so this might be where he has to face his music.
And still, as someone said in the chat earlier, uncrowned DMC champion Moose.
Ooh.
He got that. I'm a big Santino fan, but his one error was his first action was restarting that match that Moose won fair and square.
Mm-hmm.
Fair and square.
Yes.
Was it though?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Square enough. You can't have it perfect, J-Bode. It was close enough.
Perfect.
You can't backseat this thing. Like the referee, If they see something going on during the match, fine. But you can't come out later and rewrite history.
Boy.
There ain't no instant replay in wrestling.
I think Bill's jumped the fence too many times.
I may have. It happens.
Oh, Bill, what's happened? But yeah, fun stuff. Obviously, like I said, Brian Myers certainly deserves to face Joe now. It's not just a challenge. Beat him with the roster cuts. I actually really like that finisher. I do. It's it brings a bit of old school to the gimmick. It's like not too many people beat somebody else with a clothesline. So it's one of the very few use that as a finisher.
Yeah.
So
I like it.
Good stuff. Yeah, kind of like the DDT. Almost no one uses the DDT.
Yeah, Diener.
Okay. Then that's the main event match, but then we got about 10 minutes left. So now Josh comes into his I guess his little locker room area, where his stuff is. And Rich is seems upset with Josh. And Josh is like, what? Like, what? So here is what was not addressed tonight. And I think it will be addressed tomorrow night, if I'm not mistaken. The one thing that was not addressed is what happened between Macklin and Swan and the bag, and then Josh coming in later. That's what we didn't see. And that's what was not discussed on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Josh didn't address it. Rich didn't really have a chance to address it because Josh didn't know really why Rich was upset. So I don't know where this is going. I saw someone in the chat earlier say something like Rich is going to turn heel here. I don't know, but it's got to be something. Josh is going to get accused for something, and I don't know what. But I'll tell you what. When Macklin came out and cut his promo, as far as Josh is like, well, you're not ready to face me. And Macklin's like, I'm more than ready to face you. And then he showed the video of him, like, always watching him during his matches, which seemed a little creepy, but no, he's just doing his homework. He's doing his homework on Josh Alexander. And by the end of this, the crowd actually seemed like they were behind Macklin. It wasn't like Pop of the Night or something, but there was a
Macklin gets the crowd behind him at times. Like I said, it's almost like he gets the crowd, like they just naturally will tend to want to cheer for him. So then he has to kind of go overboard to try to get that heat back in some way. And I feel that's probably going to happen again. Although I think with all these these Canada shows coming up, I think it's going to be much easier for him. I don't think he's going to have to do much to get heat.
Yeah.
And there was thank you, Mayor. Yes. And there
I have you have the line. I have the full line written down.
Well, he talked about him being a forgotten son.
Yeah. Steve, you're afraid of being a soldier with no mission, a man with no purpose, being a forgotten son.
Yeah. So, and if you're
burn of the night. Better get some aloe for that burn.
If you're not familiar with the reference, folks, that is Macklin's old WWE gimmick, and honestly, it's not like it was a super mega failed gimmick. There was heat on someone else in the group, and honestly, it's just a gimmick that went nowhere. So the Forgotten Sons were legit forgotten. So,
but you'll know him in Gunner. He was Gunner.
Yeah, Gunner was
TNI.
actually the lead in that one.
He was. But he's the one that kind of caused that group to go down the tubes.
Google it.
Yeah, you can Google it.
Do your homework. It's a fun read.
Yeah. And it all has to do with Gunner's political issues or something.
Yeah, political, religious, blah, 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 blah.
A lot of comments he was making at the time.
Yeah. So, but nonetheless, so that reference was kind of, oh, that's interesting. He actually went there. But Macklin's comeback is he's obsessed with winning the title.
Mm-hmm.
And Josh definitely underestimated him. And I got a feeling this whole thing ain't gonna. I mean, this is a month away, and this is just gonna, by the end of
escalate.
It's absolutely gonna escalate.
Yeah.
What'd you guys?
Maybe as soon as tomorrow night.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, because as much as I'm excited for the 3-on-3, there's a bigger story here. Much bigger story. Why is Rich going to turn on them? What did Rich find? And or what did Macklin tell Rich? Did he tell him something so significant that would change his mind or his feeling on his relationship or friendship with Josh? We're going to have to find out.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd be surprised if they turned Rich. It just feels like at times there may have been slight teases of Rich turning, but I just don't see it. I don't see it. I think Rich is there could be something, but the animosity we saw when they were having their match on the last special, I think that's about as far as it's going to go. A little more disagreement, but still able to work it out in the end. I just don't. But it's going to be interesting to see where that goes, because that wasn't done for nothing. So we're going to have to see some kind of fallout. But what is that fallout?
Yeah,
we shall see.
Yeah, or hey, maybe Rich Swann joins the Bullet Club or something.
You shoot for the moon. You'll land somewhere.
I know that was so out of left field. I just wanted to see what the reaction was going to
be. I do have two very important notes for this segment.
Ooh.
Oh, go ahead.
Please.
Josh's sleeves are ribbed for her pleasure.
Hey now.
Oh my. If you noticed his fancy t-shirt.
Your first comment deserves more.
Thank you. Told you, important stuff we're covering here. And then at one point, Macklin was talking about how people were accusing him of doing things for the camera. And then he referenced all those shots of him with the camera behind him. So I wrote, pretty sure that's a camera rolling behind you. When you said you weren't doing it for the camera.
Right.
You couldn't see me, just the camera behind me. So I couldn't see the camera. So I guess I wasn't doing it for the cameras. I'm a stickler for plot holes, buddy. and they let that one slide and I caught it.
So you're saying he gets a little.
Yes. Also, and I don't know how long he's had the shirt out, but I noticed his shirt wears the face paint.
Oh, and we all
how
believe
come he doesn't?
It's all about the face paint. It's all about the face paint.
That's reserved for special moments.
I am going to die on this hill that I just think that it makes him look so cool.
Oh, absolutely.
It really emphasizes the point, and I don't know, it's like a weird, twisted Batman villain that like he comes across as, and it's like I just think it's very creative and clever, and I would like to see more of it. That's why I always say, where's the face paint? It's on your t-shirt. Why ain't it on your face? You need to take that up here. And
so you want to see him wear it all the time, kind of like
not all the time. Like I understand, like certain wrestlers got these things that are part of their characters where it only comes out when it matters, right? So when you're in the fight of your life, that's when you break out this significant thing. And so when he goes into his more serious battles, like not every week, but like a pay-per-view, rock the fucking face paint.
Yeah.
So you're saying don't do it all the time like this guy.
You've stepped over the line now. You've taken it too far.
That is a grown man. Somebody's father. Somebody's husband. His kid on AEW's got asthma.
Now the thing I'll
do you know what I'm talking about?
What?
Is it kid Darby Allin or is it somebody else?
Yeah. I'll send you guys the video after we wrap here. I'm gonna look for it now.
My guess, if I had to put the Vegas odds, since this was our last Vegas episode, I think he wears face paint in the title match at Rebellion.
There you go.
Now,
there you go. I'll take it.
There you go. So yeah, it's not a super tremendous card, but the card is fun for tomorrow night. And it's going to lead to more stuff leading up to a month away at the pay-per-view. And also at Mania weekend or WrestleCon weekend, whatever you want to call it. And that's just a week after tomorrow night. Not even. It's next Thursday. And there's a live. Now, I think I understand how they're going to do this. So they're going to do this from the studio in LA. So I'm assuming the Access TV studio.
I believe so.
So I'm guessing it's
Where's my invitation?
Like Scott D'Amore and Josh
Matthews.
Thank you. Oh my God, brain fart there.
The goat.
The goat. Yes, the Bill's goat. So they're going to be discussing all things sacrifice. Or no, excuse me. The Multiverse show.
Multiverse, yes.
Yeah.
Which will be live later that evening. Pretty much it's a pretty much a live pre-show for the Multiverse show.
Right. So
with a match that happened only for the live audience previously in Vegas.
So yeah, they'll show pre-taped matches. Like they got Kenta versus Josh, which is gonna be just amazing. I can't even wait for that. And then some other stuff. I can't remember exactly who they advertised, but it should be a lot of fun. And Gary in the comments there talked about red, white, and blue face paint since they'll be in Canada for Rebellion. Yeah, that'd be great. Definitely.
We're bringing in that 80s heat.
Hell yeah.
Jeez.
Like Sting with the red, white, and blue with the high top fade. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Do it.
I don't know how Cody Rhodes would feel about that.
Cody Rhodes is going to do that at Mania next week. Guaranteed.
I won't be watching, but I'll take your word for it.
Oh, come on.
You could always just tattoo it to his neck.
The bloodline's the coolest thing going.
That's not even the same thing, right? Cody's not part of the bloodline.
No, he's facing the tribal chief, the head of
big match.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
You gonna beat each other up? You think it's gonna be real bad?
It's gonna be match of the year, man.
Sorry. I'm tired. I'm starting to get cranky. I need a snack and some apple juice.
And a nap.
And sleepy. I gotta go sleepy doos.
All right, so that's the show. A lot of drama in Josh Alexander and Macklin's camp. Also, Rich Swann part of that too. I wouldn't want to be Kaz. He's going to be in the middle of all this BS tomorrow night. Poor guy. He's like, I just came back to Impact. I got to deal with this stuff. So yeah, sacrifices tomorrow night. Let's run down this card. Dude,
oh boy.
Every time I hit this page, man, this just looks badass. I love how they do this now. All right, so the main event, drama aside, is going to be amazing. You got the Time Machine, which is KUSHIDA, and the Motor City Machine Guns versus Josh Alexander, Rich Swann, and Frankie Kazarian. You got a busted open match, first ever busted open match, by the way. It's a who's bleeding first. It's
I see the connection.
Yes.
Get it? Busted open radio.
Yeah, because they're both on the I know.
So clever. Well, that's for the fans of Busted Open. So if you enjoy that show, you're gonna enjoy this match, and you enjoy the hell out of it.
Bill's gonna start the ECW chant. Do us proud, Bill. Tommy Dreamer versus
me.
Bully
I'm
Ray.
an original ECW guy.
No,
but, I will not start one though because it's over.
Don't encourage them.
I'm not going to go
I'm
negative.
sorry. I'm so kidding. I hope you realize that.
Bobby Ray. We all boo the Bobby Ray.
I will be Bobby Ray chanting for sure.
There we go. All right, at least do that. X Division title on the line. This could go down as match of the night, honestly, or one of the better ones. Trey Miguel versus Lince Dorado. I believe this is Lince Dorado's first appearance in Impact Wrestling. We'll see how that goes. World Tag Team titles on the line. Impact, Bullet Club defending against the Mighty Don't Kneel, which is a little introduction to the whole multiverse thing coming up very soon. Gisele Shaw versus Deonna Purrazzo. Kind of a heated, what do they call this? A heated grudge match. Is that better or worse than just a regular grudge match? Add fire to grudge match.
I do like my grudge match grinded, so that's good.
Well, that's different. We're talking about temperature. You're talking about something more physical.
Well, like you put a little heat on a sandwich, it's a grinder. So it's a grinder match.
Okay, all right. I'm not familiar with the grinders. There's a few of those around here. I'm more of a Subway sandwich guy, but okay.
Oh well,
gotta get a grinder. All right.
Do you ever tell them to put it in the oven? Melt that cheese. Make that warm.
Well, I do. I'm just not familiar with the term grinder as much.
All right, grind that baby up.
The fight continues, as it says here. We're going to have part 2 of the Jonathan Gresham versus Bailey. Going to be another banger of the evening. Revenge is everything. So saith the title here. Kenny King versus PCO. Got to get revenge on the man who supposedly was driving the car. We'll find out tomorrow night. Digital media title on the line. Joe Hendry versus Brian Myers. And that's looks like that's it. Seeing there's no they took away
Right now the knockouts match isn't on there.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
match.
It was, so we'll get the update on everything going on with Mickie James tomorrow night. Hopefully, she'll be back
addressed
soon. Yeah. Well, she had a rough night tonight, so I don't blame her for not wanting to defend. That one spear from Jordan Grace, I'd be down for the count. I'd be like, oh, you want me to show up for work tomorrow night? Right here, dude. Hell no. Say it the Jabon. Any comments on this card?
No, I'm looking excited for it. I'm looking forward to it. I'll be on the road in T-minus, I don't know, maybe about 5-6 hours from now. So
you better get that nap going.
it's nappy time for me, and then start bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and on my way to the Great North. So looking forward to it. It should be. I think the crowd's going to be nuts. I think the crowd's going to be going crazy for this. Impact hasn't been there in forever, so it's they were great crowds previously, and now with this time in between, it's going to be a great kickoff. And with that kind of leading its way almost right into Rebellion is going to be something. So definitely looking forward to it. But I think you're going to see a lot happen. I think you're going to see those New Japan angles go into the Mickie things, adding a lot of drama. So really, depending on what you were looking forward to, because obviously that was a match to look forward to. But now just how this gets addressed, you're going to have to tune in to see what happens.
Yeah. Anything for you, Alicia, that's standing out that you're more?
The whole card is going to be spectacular. I don't know. I'll have a better answer tomorrow after I see everything.
And I'll be watching it very late. So,
very late.
Bill, if you're confident in the place's Wi-Fi, we will let you absolutely run the shebang tomorrow night. Like I said, I'll be catching it super late. And then, Alicia, you can join them. And then, or anyone else.
Because you don't want me show running. I'll just be reading comments the whole night.
Well, what'd you think of this? Oh, cool.
Oh, good. Hey, chat.
Let's chat it up.
What's up? Oh, I hate that. From Conrad. Hey, yeah, chat me up. What the hell is chat me up?
I don't know who that
sounds like a bad dating app.
It does.
Chat me up. Sounds like shit British people would say.
It just, and he's the only person I've ever heard say that. It's like that's like something like the cool kids say or something.
Who?
The cool kids.
No, who says this?
Oh,
Conrad, the mortgage guy.
Yeah, the guy that does all the podcasts with all the wrestlers. Conrad.
No, I don't know who that is.
You never heard of him? Oh, okay. Well, you're
listen. I listen to us. everybody on our station, the Boulevard Bullies, and other communities. Okay.
There's too much to pay attention to, Jay.
Listen, yes.
Bless you, Alicia.
Bless my heart.
Bless you. So, well, you have some safe travels, Bill, and we'll be seeing you tomorrow night. Are you driving or flying?
I am driving. So the Billmobile is back in play tomorrow.
Hitting the road. How far is that, by the way? I'm just curious.
It's going to be close to 9 hours.
I've been on worse. That's actually not that bad.
Yeah, it's not double digits. So if traffic goes fairly smoothly, maybe get in there a little under 9 hours. I'm going to aim to try to get to the hotel by like 3. Probably hop in the shower, and then head over to the venue. I think around 5:30. So
Good shit.
Well, I tell you, after 9 hours of driving, I'll tell you what I'd be like.
probably.
Well,
Although I will have to probably grab some poutine first.
Facts.
I am not familiar with the poutine.
You,
Come on, Jaba.
you need to live.
I know. I need to watch.
Aren't you in Wisconsin? They've got that there. It's the
Just put
cheese
gravy on
capital
French
of the
fries and
world.
chicken curds.
I
Brown
eat
gravy,
cheese
fries.
You got
and
a hat.
cheese curds.
I've never had the poutine. They don't sell that around here.
You.
Someone's got to venture into it. You got all the ingredients right there. Because we're not in a big cheese curd area.
But you can get cheese. You can get it around here. You can get poutine around here. Seriously.
I love gravy. I'll throw gravy on anything. What do I have to
Actually,
put
there
it
was
on?
like
I'll just drink gravy.
Like a brewery. I had chicken poutine. It was awesome.
Chicken poutine. That actually sounds really good.
Yeah, get some meat with that poutine.
Get some Heinz jarred gravy, and I'll just pop the cap and just chug. Turkey gravy, beef gravy, pork
You're
gravy,
man.
Vegetable gravy.
organic gravy. I don't know.
You must be a delight at Thanksgiving.
I'm just give me a glass of wine and a full plate of stuffing.
I think Justin's making sure we don't make the same mistake some people make going to On the Border in Wisconsin.
Oh, the fine line between titties and tacos. Am I right, fellas?
It's a fine line.
Especially where J-Bone lives. It's a very fine line.
Yeah.
I almost gotta next time I'm gonna be like, find me local on the border.
On the border for food.
But they probably serve food.
I've been to some strip clubs that have great salad bars, so
I hear the steak is nice. But anyways, thank you for watching tonight's review. On your way out, you know what to do. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that sub button, and ring that bell for notifications. Why? So that you know when more of our stuff hits your screen or your earbuds. Check out all the links in the description. Yes, it's late, folks. We're getting out of here. Take care. Hug your loved ones. Good night.